All right, see, now this is the cool part about this new equipment. It's like I have a soundboard with a couple of sounds, so I can do the intro without having to do it in like GarageBand.
I've never heard this song before.
It's from Final Fantasy.
How is it?
It's a remix, like a jazzy remix of a Final Fantasy song.
Okay.
So I don't think we're gonna get like
Are we gonna get sued?
We're not gonna get sued now. So welcome to the Transmit Podcast. I'm your host Spike,
I'm Victor.
and we're here on new equipment. I shouldn't have stopped it like that. I should have.
And I just let it fade out. That was.
I should have let it fade out. That's my bad. And we're gonna fix this. This is gonna be okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fix it in post. We're not.
Can you?
No. Well, I mean, I could with enough.
You could
time.
if you found the exact moment where you cut it, and then cut the song there, and then faded.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a level of work I'm not willing to put in until we start making money. Hey,
Okay.
if you pay me, I will totally do that.
How much does that cost you?
Give me $50.
$50. I would have done it for $5.
No, give me $50.
No, I would have
that's
paid
what
you
that's your-
money for $5.
Okay, give me $5. Give me a $5.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
No.
do it.
Okay, so where were we? I'm your host, Spike.
Victor.
And today we have a couple of things we need to cover and a couple of things we don't need to cover.
Sorry, I was eating some chicken nuggets right now, so
That's
Go ahead, talk.
absolutely fine. Well, I would have kept talking, honestly, if you...
just in case people heard me like
Oh,
with food in my mouth when I said I'm Victor again.
okay, well, how about we get to it? So do you want to talk about what we don't need to talk about or the business of what we do need to talk about?
Talk about what we don't want to talk about, or talk about what we want to talk about.
No, talk about what we don't need to talk about or talk about what we do need to talk about. Because we're
I don't know the difference.
Well, remember the meeting we had
Oh,
that you'd probably like to tell like the fans about? I don't think that's been like on like Facebook. It's been on Facebook, but not like
yeah, for the public.
yeah.
I don't know. Do you think? I think we need to save that.
Okay.
For later.
Okay. Well, hey, how about this? I'm gonna bring the levels down for a minute, and we'll discuss for a second. Here we go. We're back up. Okay. So what you decided to talk about at their last meeting was about where the show's going.
The last showdown meeting.
Yeah.
Super Awesome Showdown meeting.
Yes.
I feel like with those ones you don't have to fade them out as much as just.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna
You
do.
cheat. You're learning.
How about I do whatever I want to do?
My God.
Oh yeah, I'm listen, audience. I'm having no end of fun with this. Oh, it's still going. Shit, I forgot to turn the. Okay,
Super Awesome Showdown is taking a longer hiatus than we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's like a couple months, maybe 4 months at the most in between seasons.
Yeah.
The next season, we just want to have the resources to do it better.
Okay.
And so we're going to try to make something better for the fans, something that's of higher quality and more sustainable in the long run. And so we take a lot of work, but that's just kind of the direction we're going. So there might not be any live shows or any kind of new content coming out for Super Awesome Showdown.
Okay, yeah, and that's only. And listen, I've been on the meeting where we discussed this, and that's for the time being. So we're gonna restructure, and we're taking this in a new direction, and that's all we're gonna say for now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So like with the business part out of the way, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna angle this microphone. There we go. I think it's a little better because it was kind of pointed at your chest. Okay. So listen. That being said, it's New Year's. This is like I think the first podcast we recorded in the new year. Or
Yeah,
no,
it's 2020. Well, unless he counts.
well the New Year's. Well, those
Eve.
we recorded those before the new year.
We were eating like sandwiches and stuff.
And
in front
getting
of
drunk and talking about the new Star Wars movie. And but no, the thing we're talking about today is we want to talk about other stuff because the next episode we're going to talk about the last two Mandalorian episodes.
Okay.
I think that'll be good. You saw those?
Yeah.
Okay, but that'll be next week's episode. But for now, just know that there will be more Super Awesome Showdown one way or another.
Yes.
Yes, we're doing that.
And some of the people in the group had some ideas of how this concept can be expressed in different ways.
Yes, and you're one of them.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so what I was gonna talk about is now like my life with you now, since I'm renting a room here. My old landlord canceled the lease. Something about me walking around pantsless. I don't know. You're much cooler with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've noticed a few things. One, this new house of yours is pretty cool. I like living here. It's all hardwood. It's all hard floors, so I can just sweep everything up. But also, your air filter was a goddamn mess. It looked like somebody used that as a placemat to shave a cat.
We're talking about the air filter on the. This is the most personal podcast that I've ever listened to.
Oh, listen,
this is us. We cut deep.
So deep.
This is like personal life podcast right here.
Mm.
If you're ever curious,
just wait till I talk about Sam's chickens.
Yeah,
I got 30 minutes of material on them alone.
If you're ever curious, what goes on in the real life of a person.
Oh, just wait. You're gonna learn. We're gonna learn you some stuff.
Yeah. So the air filter was kind of we haven't changed it since we moved here. It was kind of
Apparently they hadn't changed it since the Rutherford B. Hayes administration.
Well, if you look at it, for people who haven't seen an air filter yet, imagine like your laundry lint catch. That's what it looked like.
It did, except literally there was like cat hair, like decades worth of cat hair.
Yeah, we don't even have cats, so.
Seriously. Well, yeah, that's the last people. You've only been in here for like, what, a year?
Yeah, but you're going to have to start wearing pants, though.
Oh, jeez. Listen, I'll do cutoffs. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, that's a start.
Okay.
It's better than like the tidy whities with a little yellow stain in the front and a little brown streak in the back.
No, that's where it came like that. I got it from Goodwill. They came like that. Okay, so let's see what. Okay, so what? Listen, I want to talk about your New Year's resolutions. Do you have any of those? Since this is the New Year's, the first podcast of the New Year.
I should, huh? I should have like resolutions. But I was told by my boss at work that New Year's resolutions are for the weak.
Oh yeah,
they're for losers. You should have New Year's goals, actually.
That's a good way to go about life.
Yeah,
I think so.
So like, I should have wrote down some goals or something. He didn't say that. I'm just joking. It's if you have a New Year's resolution, that's good. But it should really be like New Year's goals, actually.
Oh yeah.
And it shouldn't be a lot. It should only be like at max 5. And I should write down my 5 goals that I want to complete. And they shouldn't be like crazy, unreachable goals. They're like stuff within your ability to achieve.
Yeah, because then you don't want to lose like motivation if you just keep. I'm dicking around with the settings a little bit. Can you hear me over there?
I can hear your. I can't hear your actual recorded voice.
There we go. How about now?
No.
No? Oh God.
It was good. I don't know where you're.
I'm still okay. It sounds weird in my head, but maybe because I have these really cheap. I have the cheapest. Okay, I can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I need to stop messing with that. I had way more control with my old board, so I think I can change these to named ones. Okay, anyway, no,
yeah. So I don't really. So if you want a quick short answer, I have no New Year's resolutions, but I have some New Year's goals of their financial goals, and I don't know how personal I want to get on.
Okay,
this
don't get to it. Just say you have some financial goals.
Financial goals.
Let's just stop there.
I don't want to have to owe the mafia money anymore. I want to get out of debt.
Yeah, Vinny came by earlier. He said something about sleeping with the fishes. I don't know. Like, are you going to like SeaWorld or something?
Yeah. So most of you y'all got $100,000 in college debt. I'm $300,000 in like gambling debts.
Ooh.
The mafia. So
I take the mafia over the student loan department.
So that's the financial goals that I have, is to get out from under that rock of mafia debt. But actually, in all honesty, I actually have no debt, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Good for you. I my student loan got written off to bad debt recently, so The only thing hitting my credit is like this.
Well,
Oh, or,
well, if you count my house,
well, that's an investment in your future. Boom. He just
yeah.
pointed at me. That's good pod. When you gesture, should we do this in sign language now? I think we should do this in sign language now. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then another, I guess my 1 year's resolution though would be to just, because I do have goals. I do have like goal sheets that I put on, like I write all my goals on a piece of paper and I stick it to like a cork board.
Yeah.
And then I tackle all the goals that I have, cross them off, and I just go on to the next piece of paper, the next set of goals. Like I do like 10.
I like writing stuff down.
Between 7 or 10 at a time.
Ooh.
They're always hanging there every day, so I can see them every day.
That's a good idea.
And that's how I achieved, what did I achieve recently? I was able to get rid of all that shit in the backyard. You notice it's all cleared out.
Yeah, it's
now.
very clear. Yeah, listen, you've been slowly working on that. Like the first day, after it rained the first time, that thing looked like a forest of weeds.
Yeah.
And then you spent like a day just like weed whacking that, and it was like your first day of like hard yard work, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been a renter your whole life.
Yeah. So I was able to tackle some stuff.
That's a good idea. Here,
But my goal is just keep doing what I'm doing.
excellent. That's a great idea, and I approve of that. I'm trying to sync up my phone with this sweet new piece of kit. I have this new mixer I think we mentioned, and I have the news getting queued up here later because we're gonna do some news. But no, yeah, my New Year's resolution is I have a martial arts one and I have a creative one.
Okay.
So my martial arts one is to get better with stick and knife fighting because I've done I'm decent with the empty hand fighting, but like my sensei keeps wanting to teach me like stick and knife fighting to rank me up in Jendo, and I think that'd be really cool to have. I usually carry a knife, so I mean, I figure why not, you know.
So how do you gauge if you're better at knife fighting or stick fighting?
Well, the person you were fighting earlier that kicked your ass kicks your ass less. It's like
Okay.
with regular fighting. You just if you spar with somebody, you get punched in the face less.
So how far do you think you've come from when you started
I was
training
okay.
to now?
You remember the part in Fight Club where they said like when the first night the guy came to us, he was a ball of putty.
Oh yeah.
Later he like after a week he was carved out of wood.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not oak, but I'm a hard-ish wood. Like I've been punched. Listen,
I've been watching Larry David videos and he does the
okay. Oh man, but you know, I'm better. I have better head movement. My combinations are better. I've got better kicks now, and I get punched in the face and it doesn't end the fight. Like I found out I forget what that movie. Maybe Never Back Down. It had Elijah Wood. He went to England. He learned
Green Street Hooligans.
Green Street Hooligans. Ah, yes, that's a good movie. He like one of the scenes. He was like, you learn you're not made out of glass. Right after he gets punched in the face, I learned I'm not made out of glass. I've been kicked, punched, dropped. My sensei suplexed me a couple of months ago.
Oh, cool.
Like he's really good at close range. He's my martial arts instructor. He's not good at a lot of stuff. I shouldn't be paying him money. But yeah, we got into close grappling range. He got around behind me, picked me up, and dumped me on my back. So it was yeah. Well, we have mats, so it's not like it's on the concrete.
Yeah. So he's like really. If he wanted to, he could have like dumped you on your head.
He could have brutalized me, yes.
Yeah,
and
but he doesn't.
He wanted to do that. Like if he wanted to end the fight, he could have just punched me until I said, "Please stop." Like I've seen him go 100%. Like he is fast. It might be the vegan diet, but I don't want to give him that credit. So that's that. And from a creative,
there is a Netflix show.
Oh yeah,
you should check out called Game Changers.
Ooh.
That I bet you he has watched and he likes. Does he have Netflix? I don't know.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he probably has seen it.
Oh yeah.
It's like all these athletes that are like way better because they changed to vegan diets.
Oh yeah. He was talking about that thing. Listen, he gets a little preachy. Like many vegans, he gets a little preachy. Okay, so that's from a martial arts standpoint. From a creative standpoint, I'm working on it right now. Actually, I've been working on it since last year. I want to do this fiction podcast I've been working on. You've been asking every time I mention it. You're writing a script? Like I've said, Leah, I got to write my script tonight, and you've been like, wait, you're writing a script? Like you forget in between each time I tell you. It's really great. Like it's like if every time you mentioned your wrestling endeavor, I'm like, wait, you're a wrestler? You do pro? Get out of town.
Well, the reason I may do that
Yeah.
is probably several reasons. Let's go over some reasons that it might be.
Why you might be?
Maybe
mean to
I
me?
don't maybe listen to you as much as I should. I don't really.
Listen, it's good that
Maybe
you're
I'm not a good
admitting
friend.
that
You know,
you
I don't
need, you
listen
have
to
room.
you.
Maybe this should be one of your New Year's resolutions.
To listen.
To listen, active listen.
Most of the time when you talk, it's like script. I'm like, what?
Huh? Yeah, like if
You're
you
writing a script.
yeah, if you see my other screen here, I'm reviewing. I had a friend review it, and so she did a whole bunch of good work to it. There's a couple of things I'm gonna change back, but other than that, look, she did a great job. So now she's reviewed 2 of my scripts. I want to do a 5 podcast run of this audio drama I'm gonna do later. So I just need to figure out who I can get to voice act for it.
And then maybe the other thing. Okay, that's cool. Maybe the other reason I kind of keep reacting that same way
Oh yeah.
is because that's just like because you're very what's the word? Whenever most of like 75% of the conversations that we're having
Are bullshit.
yeah, you're not being genuine. You're being like kind of sarcastic.
Okay, I joke around a lot because
And 25% of it, you're serious.
Okay, you know,
So I'm like-
I think the ratio is a little different.
So you're like, hey, and also I'm writing a script.
Well, maybe you're
Also, I'm writing a script. They do.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I pinched my nose, everyone, to do the.
Yeah,
Nasally
they
judge.
could picture that. Listen, that part you did into the microphone so they could understand that part. You asshat.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So it's like I'm not sure if you're being genuine. In that. So I
Well-
guess you are being genuine. You're showing me the script on
Wait,
your screen.
your now wife reviewed one of my scripts.
Well, I thought that you were done. I thought you
No,
wrote a
I'm
script and you got your creativeness out.
No,
You're
I'm
done
gonna
writing
record it.
script. Wait, this is the same script that
Well,
you showed us?
Yeah, that's the same script. I've done a number 2, and I'm working on number 3 now.
Okay.
So yes, it's
Third version of the script or
no,
third
this third
script?
episode. Yeah, third script. I'm working on that one right now.
Okay. What happened to the other two? Did you not?
No,
Yeah.
she reviewed one of them,
Okay.
and I'm working on the third one now. I want to do a 5 podcast run and see if
Oh.
it gets any traction.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm doing it from the SCP universe, and it's kind of a big following. So I'm gonna see what I can do.
Okay, so podcasts don't have to go on indefinitely.
No, they don't.
could just be like a.
There are plenty of them, like the Signal, and there's a couple of I forget what the other basically the same people who did the Signal. They did God, I'm totally oh, and Limetown.
Mhm.
These are like short audio dramas, and I'm gonna see like if I get like moderate traction with this, I'm gonna write like 5 more, and do them. So I'm gonna see what I'm doing. This right now. This is
Go for it. That's a good idea.
I thank you. I really appreciate it. And maybe you could read my script and see what. Okay, audience. I'm trying to get a commitment out of him right now. Maybe you could read my script.
Well, which one?
Let's do the first one.
So the first one.
Oh God, just say yes or no. just say.
How long is it? Like how many pages?
Hang on. It was edited, so it changed a little bit. Hang on, let me see here. Okay, there's 8 pages. It's not 8 pages. It's not like a book. It's a script. So there's space in between. It's not.
All right, I'll give it a spin.
Thank
I'll
you.
give it a
Boom.
go.
Where is it?
What does the red text on that mean?
Yeah. Okay. No, the red text is what she changed.
Oh, okay.
The first one was the weakest one. Apparently, the second one, I got some steam going. It's like after the first time we podcast, we got immediately better.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but
Oh yeah, you used to pause. Like if you saw the picture of the waveform that I edited for the first podcast, it was like 78% edited out pauses.
I know we're supposed to banter back and forth like this.
Yes.
I think you're supposed to say something, and I'm supposed to say something.
But when you first started, you were like, I was thinking that maybe we should see a movie.
Well, I just wasn't sure what goes on a podcast and what doesn't.
And now you're getting better. See, that's the thing. It's like repetition, repetition, repetition. So
Because like I could just say like, I'm gonna go after this. I'm probably just gonna go lay down in my room.
That was the energy you brought. It sounded like you were a minute away from just taking a nap.
I'm gonna watch some more YouTube videos.
Yeah. Oh, you were. Yeah. Okay. You wanted to talk about that the jungle survival thing.
Well, we could have mentioned it. Like if you had any thoughts on that.
Well, I thought it was really cool. Like I'm like every now and then I'll get into it. Like the jungle survival thing is like this video series. Is it where was it on?
Well, yeah.
Was it on YouTube or was it on what?
It just came up in my suggestions.
So when I say YouTube, then you say yes.
I'm gonna get there. For YouTube, it's a YouTube show.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 different channels of kind of like the same thing where it's kind of like primitive or ancient building techniques.
Yeah.
And they're using these techniques to build like modern looking like homes and stuff. So they'll build little huts that look like, Frank Lloyd Wright, buildings.
Yeah, but it'll be out of like bamboo and stuff.
Yeah, it's made out of bamboo and like, wood and like that twines and stuff.
Right, yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
mud,
the grass and mud roof, and then
it's one of those
termite
things
mound.
It's one of those things you can just kind of zen out to. You don't got to think about it.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching The Witcher, you gotta keep track of a bunch of people, and
yeah,
because it really that thing like they went back in time suddenly or they went forward in time, like they're moving around a bunch, and you gotta think a lot.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things you can just like veg out. If you got high,
I know.
this would be the best thing ever.
I don't know. Let's use your imagination. You're like, I wonder what that, what's behind the camera? Who's recording this or?
Because I think like I think it's like the Nordic countries, like just a TV screen showing a cruise ship going across like a strait is like really popular. There's like some places just something kind of to zen out to or have in the background.
Yeah,
is like super popular.
Are you talking about like that one show that was like the highest rated show in like New Zealand or something like that? Or
yeah, it's
Norway?
just some stuff that if you were to see it here, you'd be like, where are the angry people yelling at each other, stuck in a house without TV?
I know.
That's
like,
what I want to see.
Why is this on?
What the fuck is this bullshit? When no one's talking about someone being a bitch.
Yeah.
So, no, yeah, it was really cool because I really like I like a lot of those knife making videos where they got some charming guy with some good editing skills, and he'll just walk you through the process of like making a knife.
Yeah.
And it's that sort of vein of thing. It's just the creative thing.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. It's like they're using these ancient methods to build like pools and shit. So I thought like we should do it in my backyard. We have enough space.
We have enough space. Because the one you're talking about is he made like a pool, like a little like wading pool, basically, with a little hut. And we do have the space. What we don't have is a termite mound that we can agitate to get like cement material.
Yeah, so we can't do it exactly the way they did.
Yeah, and also your idea of cement has always been a little suspect. Because remember when you made that that ring in the backyard of was it Billy's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. You came to my house and said, God, the only cement we could find was $25 a bag. And I'm sitting there like, that cannot be right. Every building would cost $1 trillion.
Well, how much was the cement?
Well, yes.
When we went there.
When I found the cement, it was like $3. Which makes sense. You found like some weird avant-garde shit. And listen, I understand. Like it's like asking me like how do you do a painting or how do you evaluate a painting? You would know better.
Yeah.
It's just I'm more of a low class dipshit than you are. So I knew like no wait something's wrong here.
All right, we're gonna ask for the listeners to vote on what they think cement should cost. Should it be closer to $3 or $25?
Yeah. So go
what
on.
sounds more realistic?
Okay. Yeah. So go on to the Super Awesome Showdown Facebook, and we'll put this poll to the people.
Was it a surprise to find out that it's only $3 a bag?
$25. That's even.
Or did $25 seem reasonable to y'all?
This is decades later, and it's still like not like this inflation and all.
All right, I'm gonna look it up after it.
Okay, here.
But we did build a ring actually.
We did.
And I actually did mix cement for my uncle building
yeah?
his fence in his backyard.
See, so
a couple of years, actually like 10 years ago.
Yeah. So one thing leads into the next. Okay. So how about we do a little news? Oh, it's so easy.
Is that what you've been using for the news?
Wait, you haven't been listening to the goddamn podcast?
Well, I live the podcast, so
Okay.
why would I listen to it?
Okay, well here, so I'm gonna do a quick news because we're at 25 minutes now, maybe a little less if we chop some stuff out. So, the U.S. Army had to disavow a fake text about a draft. Remember when we killed that terrorist guy,
Soleimani?
I'm a little buzzed. Yes. So apparently, after all the memes came out of us having to be drafted, which is something that is not fucking coming back, a text went out to like a lot of people. And so here we go. Let's see if this works.
The U.S. Army is telling the public to disregard any text messages informing individuals that they've been selected for a military draft. In a statement released Tuesday, the U.S. Army Recruiting Command said it received multiple calls and emails about the fraudulent text messages, which have been circulating around the country this week. According to screenshots included in the statement, one text claimed the United States official Army draft had contacted the recipient by mail several times to inform them they've been marked eligible to serve.
Big old beard.
Another threatened a fine and jail time
like
if the individual didn't respond.
Like a former
the draft
operator.
hasn't been in effect since 1973, and even if it was, the U.S. Army Recruiting Command pointed out it's not in charge of managing registration. That's taken care of by the Selective Service System, an agency outside of the Defense Department. Concerns about a potential war have been on the rise since last week after a U.S. airstrike killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani.
So yeah,
tensions between
what I understand is like in a world where like people from like India are calling people up to try and get them to buy like Target gift cards and shit. How do people fall for this still? Like you get a text saying like, "Yo, want to join the army, bro?" Well, you don't got a choice, fam.
The draft has been put back into effect.
And you're being informed via text message. It's not on every news station.
Well, I feel like, imagine you're a kid. You're 21.
Yeah. So
you're in your room.
Okay.
You're playing Call of Duty online or whatever. What are the war games they play?
Everyone on your Facebook feed has been using draft memes, like with SpongeBob saying,
yeah. And they're like, oh shit, they might come back. And you're surrounded by 2-liter bottles of soda full of piss because you don't leave the room to go to the bathroom. You're going through the piss in your room.
You drink the Mountain Dew and you fill up the old Mountain Dew with your piss.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you got to be careful not to make any sudden moves because you might spill piss all over your room.
Exactly.
Then you get this text, and then like you're kind of excited, but you're kind of freaked out. You're like, oh shit, man. I'm gonna fucking go in the draft. Okay, you tell your friends like,
I got drafted, yo.
As you're playing Call of Duty, and you're like, no, shut up, dude.
You're
gonna get drafted too. I got a text. Wouldn't that be on the news? And then here comes the clincher, right?
Yeah.
They don't watch the news.
Oh yeah, they don't. They absolutely they do not watch
Their news comes from like Facebook feeds and like,
literally, and maybe The Daily Show.
The Daily Show.
And so it's going to take them a while to get like up to date news.
Yeah. So they don't. They just know that Iranian guy was killed by Trump.
Yep.
Via drone strike, and maybe they got a picture of the burning car. Maybe they didn't.
Oh yeah. So I can see how some idiot filling bottles with piss. Do you think like
I wanted to bring that up on the podcast?
Wow, that's been on the tip of your tongue. You've been waiting to crack that gem out for a while.
Yeah, the bottles of piss phase that people go through.
Is it because you're sitting over a bottle of piss right now and that's
Yeah, it's me trying to tell you something here, Judge.
Like,
don't let the bottle of piss phase come back.
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, fine. Listen, okay.
Okay, this is why
Okay, go.
I bring it up because shit.
Like anyone who's in his 30s, you look down on people in their teens and 20s
who have nothing better to do with their lives than to play whatever the fuck, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, what's the other ones? GTA Online.
Oh, and dear listeners, I've been playing Call of Duty recently. The new one. I had this whole bit if Victor like petered out about like the guy who thought he was gonna get drafted. He's sitting there like, wait, so do I have to actually like in Call of Duty? Do you have to kill people to like get like attachments for my gun, or what? How does that work?
Yeah, it's just like that.
Do I get to choose my gun? Like, I don't like the M4. I like the MP5.
Yeah. Well, Pilly, our friend Pilly.
Yeah.
Our mutual friend Pilly.
Yes.
He comes from kind of this world of his brother's one of those guys. You go in his brother's room.
Wait, soldier or gamer?
Gamer.
Okay.
Who is also maybe a soldier in the virtual world.
Okay, there you go. That's still gamer.
He's one of those guys. You peek into his room. It's dark.
Yeah.
And stuff, and you don't really know what's going on. You can see that the only light is coming from the screen, and every time it's bright, it reflects on some of the background, some of the scenery inside of the room.
Oh yeah.
And you can only see silhouettes of everything inside of the room.
Ooh.
And I could have sworn I saw bottles in there. Several bottles.
God, that's why it's on your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand now.
But I wonder if they're listening to this. They probably Pilly is, but his brother isn't.
Hey, thanks, Pilly, for subscribing, Pilly. Hey, get your brother to subscribe.
But so I'm not sure what I saw in there, but it's something that Pilly brought up. He's like, man, yeah, this is fucking just like pissing and stuff in the bottles, and oh gosh.
So you peek into his room, and then you see, oh my God, is that a bottle of pee? Wait. Oh wait, sorry, I messed that up. Sorry. Wait. Is that a bottle of pee? I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this.
And also, I believe, dang, I got another story. Okay, let's see. I had this ex-girlfriend. I'm just gonna say it.
Did I meet her?
You may have. She's much older. She had a son who was, at the time I was dating her, was like 17.
I haven't met her.
And he was going through the gamer. I think he was playing Minecraft or something.
You have a lot of cock range, I'm noticing here. There's a lot. Some people are like, I like blondes, skinny, under 5'4".
Yeah.
And other people are like, listen, if she's fat, skinny, black,
you just
white,
described
whatever.
one that I've had, actually.
Well, like I said, cock range. You have good cock range.
But this was not that one. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure her son was going through the fatherless. I mean, I wasn't the good father figure.
No, you're not.
But he's going through the. Not that that's a bad. I was growing up fatherless.
Oh.
But
Oh yeah.
just the whole idea of, kind of entitled, obsessed with the internet, online gamer kid who can't come out of the bathroom because he's too busy, or
Really?
can't come out of his room to the bathroom because he's too busy playing whatever he's playing, and then pissing into a bottle and stuff.
Wow. That's intense.
Okay, I got a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure he went through that phase, but then you get over it. You're like, what am I doing with my life? There's pizza boxes. There's bottles of piss. There's Totino's pizza roll packages everywhere. So I do understand that you can't pause the game.
Like new games you can't. Like I noticed that. And that was that movie where the people were harassed by aliens, and it's like there's an epic game of Call of Duty. It's like that's what save buttons are for. It's like that they're online, dipshit.
So the other day when I was like, no, it wasn't the other day. It was like it was like 6 months ago or so.
Okay.
I was taking out the trash, and across the street over here, the neighbors, the father was yelling at his son.
Oh yeah.
Or I don't know, some older guy was yelling at like a kid. It could have been his grandfather or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like pissed off, and the kid was like 5 or something. And he was like, can we cuss on this?
Yes, you can. I've been saying fuck all the time.
He's like, haven't you ever fucking heard of pausing the fucking game? Pause the fucking. Have you heard of that, you dumb shit? Yeah. Has it occurred to you to pause?
And he's sitting there like coming at from like a Nintendo thing where like you just hit pause and Mario stops mid like slide or whatever.
So I felt for that kid. He's like,
for that kid.
Oh
Listen, the struggle is real for that kid.
Yeah, so I understand that you can't pause, but I guess maybe that's what the whole bottles of piss thing is.
Yeah. Listen, I when I was in the Navy, I went to the morale MWR, the morale welfare center.
Yeah.
And I forget what the last one. I'm drunk. Anyway, there's no online, so you can pause. But I knew like about how a game could be so good that you don't want to pee. There are games where you're like sitting there, and unlike there, because you're at a bank of Xboxes. None of the Marines or sailors that next to you are gonna say, "Oh yeah, go ahead and pee in that bottle right next to me. It's cool, bro."
Dang, you know what? Sometimes I can't gauge like whether a topic has gone too far. Like
I think this topic has gone too far.
Or we've dwelled on a topic for too long.
Listen,
a bottle of piss.
We're at
I just want to say bottle of piss a couple more times and then get it out of my system.
Here, how about this?
Bottle of piss, bottle of piss, bottle of piss.
Boom. And this is the other reason I have this, so I can play us out. Just say bottle of piss a couple more times.
Bottle of piss, bottle of piss. And I think we're good.
Okay, so that's the title of this episode is Bottle of Piss.
Hey, you know what?
What?
We're not done with this topic yet because I got some more.
You're being played out. The outro is
It works for incels as much as it works for like older kinky people, but that's a whole different story.
Whole different story. Oh, the music's coming up. All right, so thanks for tuning in to the Transmit Podcast. I'm your host, Spike.
I'm Victor.
And we'll see you next time.